Hi guys, Alistair Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy, and today we're going to talk about or give you a little drill to help improve your ball striking. Now, this works with every single club in the bag, but I'm going to just do it with a 7am for now. And obviously I do fittings down here at Lytham Golf Academy, but also do a lot of coaching. And probably the biggest loss of contact that I see with most players is that they don't strike the ball out the middle of the club face consistently enough, and probably the biggest miss is instead of hitting it right out the middle, the ball's hit very much out of the toe of the club. So you see golfers generally set up pretty well. And we can see very much out the toe. And the carry distance there, 158 yards, which sounds okay, but with this particular club, I'd be looking for more like around 185 as my carry. So you can see that's a huge drop off, and that's even if I've got my club face nice and square and everything else is good, which isn't always the case. So one of the key things that we need to do to be able to strike the ball consistently from the middle of the club face is to keep the width of the swing consistent through impact. And predominantly what I will see with golfers is that there's some pretty good width on the way back. Always see maybe a slight narrowing on the way down just because we're using our lower body to initiate. But certainly at impact you see golfers really lose a lot of width and kind of pull the club towards them. Can create a little bit loss of swing path as well, but like I said, really affects that contact on the club face. And if you do hit it out the toe, not a massive deal necessarily on accuracy with the irons, but certainly with driver and the woods, you can start to see an awful lot of shape, even if you've delivered the club really well. So I'm going to give you a little drill that you can work on a little bit, and then you want to try and replicate fairly similar to this feeling when you hit the shot. So you're going to put a tee in the ground where the ball would be, and then we're going to put another tee outside about a club head length away. Now obviously this is going to be a very exaggerated feeling, but we all know feel and real are very often different. So we're going to do this drill and try and really exaggerate the sensation so that when we introduce the golf ball again, we're going to move our contact point from the toe of the club to the middle of the club. So we're going to address with the club behind the inside tee. We're going to swing back as normal, and as we swing down, we're going to try and hit that outside tee, leaving the inside one there. So we're going to set up, as we've said, make my swing and try and hit that outside tee. Perfect. And certainly for me there, that felt very exaggerated, felt very stretched, and certainly in my follow through, felt even a lot wider than I would normally feel. So I would do that a few times. And if you wanted to, you could potentially just move the tee a fraction closer. Don't get too close because you will catch that inside tee. But again, set up to the inside tee, we're going to hit the outside tee. So again, I'm only going to do a couple for the video, but I would suggest you do probably a good dozen swings like that, maybe more, exaggerate the sensation. Then we're going to reintroduce the golf ball. Maybe have a couple of practice swings, really exaggerating it again. That felt great. Set up to the golf ball and try and replicate that feeling. That felt tremendous. So 191 carry, maybe slightly low spin on that one, but you can see much more out the centre of the club, actually a couple of millimetres out of the heel, but a massive difference. Now obviously those strikes, depending on what irons you play, won't see quite as big a drop off. You know, there's certainly irons out there, big cavities, even hollow headed irons that you won't lose as much distance drop off on a missed strike towards the toe. Certainly some of the less forgiving ones, if you get down to a blade and hit it as far out the toe as I did with the first one, you could lose 30, 40 yards quite comfortably on those. But like I said, that's probably the most common poor contact If it's off the middle of the club face, obviously a lot of golfers top the ball, but definitely see that. So again, we're going to get there, have that feeling, even if it's an imaginary tee, hit the outside tee, get yourself in there again, really feel that stretch through impact. That feels amazing. And for me, there's no nicer feeling than striking that iron shot or that driver really out the middle of the golf club. Obviously, it's even better when the ball ends up where you want, but if you've got that ball striking, then you can work on that path, that club face control, and really influence the ball as well as you can from tee to green. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it. Comment below. Let me know if this is a drill you've maybe already used. If you watched the video, come back, comment and let me know, has it improved your ball striking? Obviously, there is the danger that you could get that strike going too much towards the heel of the club. Don't necessarily think it's because you'll be overstretching, but maybe losing your balance. But we will talk about balance in another video coming very shortly to my channel. So guys, thanks for watching. Comment below and I'll get back to you. Follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Subscribe to my channel if you don't already. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.